Hello there, welcome to Target Radio's podcast with me, Cookie. Every single week we find different people to speak to, mainly musicians, artists in the unsigned realm of music. And what we do, we have a chat with them, find out a little bit more about them, and obviously explore their music. Now, if you are listening to this on iTunes, please, if you get a chance, give us a 5-star rating if you can. And please make sure you put some comments in there as well. If we're doing something right, that's great. But if we're not doing something as good and you think we could do something better, then please do leave us a message. Let us know. And if you want anything else in the podcast, again, let us know in the comments box. That will be brilliant. Okay, stay tuned then. Today we've got a brilliant artist. Have a listen to this.
Dear God in heaven, please let this show go okay, with no major boobs or goofs, or is it goofs? Please don't let me tread all over the intros of records, or say a naughty word.
Every Monday night.
Every Monday night?
Every Monday night?
Every Monday night.
And every Monday night.
I listen to
Andy.
Sean Cook.
Oh, Sean Cook.
Andy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We'd like to say that, in our opinion, it is not suitable for children or for those of you who may have a nervous disposition.
Oh, Sean Cook.
Andy. And a very good evening. That makes us chuckle every single week, doesn't it?
Andy.
Andy. Nice to have your company here on a... I can't even hear myself. Where am I? Oh, there I am. I couldn't hear myself then. Oh, my goodness me. I bet a lot of people are out there going, yes! Wow. Wow, that's all I can say. Wow, what a busy weekend I've had. And, of course, you've had as well, Andy.
Indeed, we have.
Yes. Both of us had a very busy weekend. What did we do? We'll tell you in about, 8 or 9 minutes' time. But, yeah, keep your lug-holes on. Don't take them off and don't take them anywhere. Keep it tuned here at Target Radio. We're on the Facebook. Oh, yes, the Facebook. Target Radio, a live page for listeners. That's you out there. And presenters. Allegedly, that's me and you, Andy. Or you and me.
Apparently.
Oh, yeah, me or you, you and me. Yeah.
You and me. That's...
Yeah, you and I.
You and I.
Or me, myself and I. We're on the Twitter at Target Radio 247. Do you know, I might be naughty tonight and have a look at the new, followers on the Twitter. I might have a look at that. We're on Tumblr, yeah, Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Yeah. We're on Instagram, God knows why, because I can't use it. Do you know, I'm thinking of using Snapchat and being one of these terrible teens with the hoods. No, I can't wear a hoodie. Only on me Parker, but then that drowns me head. Why do they make Parker hoods so massive?
For the helmets.
I beg your pardon?
Yes.
Honestly, we're not going to condone that sort of language this evening. My goodness, it's only 7 o'clock. We're not even past the watershed yet. Anyway, we've got a special guest this evening, haven't we, Andy?
We have
We
indeed.
have. The Lightscopes. And we've got Scott
Forsyth.
Yes, I wonder if he's a distant relative of another Mr. Forsyth. You never know.
You'll have to ask
Oh,
him.
we will. That's my only question I've got for him. Pretty lame. Okay, sit back and enjoy this, because it is the Who time. Just gone 7 o'clock here on Target Radio.
Oh.
There he
there
is,
he
there
is.
he is. Hang on. I think we need one of these. Goodness me. Oh, for goodness sake, honestly. It proves, though, one thing, Scott. It means we are actually live. We're on the radio, so please don't use any cursive words like I was just about to. Oh, my goodness me. Okay, let me do my little introduction first and foremost. Okay, so the Lightscopes are an indie Britpop rock and roll band from Essex who were formed in 2015. Influence such bands as Oasis, The Who, Sex Pistols, oh, great, The Jam, War for Alice, and The Enemy, just to name a few. Now, War for Alice I've heard of, The Enemy I haven't, but obviously we'll go with that in a little bit. Now, obviously, we're on your Facebook page right now, the Lightscopes, so if you want to head over and see what we're talking about here on the radio, obviously I'm looking at everything here on the Facebook page, so just type in the Lightscopes and hey presto, it's all there in its glory, even one of my posts. Wow. Good evening, how are you, Scott?
Yeah, very well, thanks, you.
Yeah, not bad at all. Now I've got you live and loud and proud. Much, much better. Andy's here as well.
Evening, Scott.
Hello, Andy, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. It's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, and you?
How's your day been?
Yeah, not bad, yeah.
Good. You didn't take Brian Gosling's advice, did you? You haven't been down the pub first, have you?
No, I haven't. No.
He's not old
No, I've
enough.
stayed away from that tonight.
He's not old enough to go to the pub yet, is he?
Oh, he is. A bit of Dutch courage. He was the advice he was given.
Okay, well, you don't need to be shy, and you certainly don't need to be nervous around us because we ain't got a clue what we're doing either. So don't worry. So, Scott, I've got to ask you right from the offset, okay, because obviously you're one of our younger, and I mean, I don't mean to come over patronising or anything like that, because I wouldn't do that at all, but you are one of our younger guys out there, so just tell everyone how old you are.
I'm 30.
You're 30. He's old. He's old. Oh, well, I'm going to say now, okay, you're still young in my eyes, and you don't look 30. You don't look nowhere near. It looks about 18. Oh, hang on a minute, I'm looking at the wrong bloke. Oh, yeah, there he is. There. See that one, Andy?
That's it.
Yeah, that's the one with the Zimmer frame. There we go. Right. Anyway, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Brilliant, lovely. Tell us a little bit about the Lightscopes and how did you get its name?
Basically, it was under a different name at the start.
Okay, what was that name?
It was pretty rubbish. Dreamhead, we were called.
Dreamhead?
Yeah.
Yes,
and
yeah,
I mean,
you're quite right. It was rubbish. The
well, it's not
Lightscopes.
only that. I mean, if you go online and look at the Urban Dictionary, I mean, the meaning of it, you'll see why we had to change it.
Hang on, I'm going to do that. Don't say nothing yet. Okay, so Dreamhead.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just Googling that right now to see what the definition is of Dreamhead.
I haven't read it, but I can imagine.
Oh, my goodness. Actually, there's a company called Dreamhead Office. There's a head office there as well. My goodness me. Okay.
Oh, dear.
Right, yes, I'm on the... the urban. Oh, the meaning of the urban. Right, okay, bear with me. Oh, my goodness me. I don't normally do this live because I'm so slow. Right, okay. Okay. So when you're sleeping, you're dreaming about... Right, okay, yep, right, I see what you mean.
Yep.
Right, okay, we'll move
Yeah,
forward
you
from
see
that one. Honestly, all I'm going to say is that name sucks. Right, okay, let's move on. Right, so the Lightscopes, how did you come by that name then?
Well, we wanted to be called the Kaleidoscopes, but obviously there's hundreds of bands with that name.
Yes, there is.
So we quite like the name Light. But
Yeah.
Obviously, we didn't want to just be called that either. So we took basically Light and Kaleidoscope and just basically combined it.
How easy is
And
that?
Excellent.
yeah, but it was quite lucky as well because no one else has got it.
No.
It's,
No, that is
Yeah,
that
we've
is
done
actually
well there.
true. That is pretty cool. Now, we just played a song of yours, which is called Weekend Offender, and I love the bit at the beginning. Obviously, it reprises the last minute of the song as well, with the old Bill, all the police. I'm going to be politically correct here tonight. I'm going to say it as it is, right? Okay, so we heard the sirens of the blues and twos going on there, and absolutely fantastic. It's a great opening to a song. But Weekend Offender, so what's it about?
basically, it's about just struggling to get through the week. You know, the usual 9 to 5 slog you got to do and that.
We know
and just
all
like
too
the
well.
release from it at the weekend, going
Yeah.
out there, having a good time, the lads and all things like that. And yeah,
Yeah. All right.
yeah,
Okay.
releasing the strain really.
So, I'm going to sort of like make a small suggestion here then. Was it something like, like the Jam song, Here Comes the Weekend? So that's pretty similar, isn't it? You know, they work from Monday morning through to Friday nights, collect me wages and try to paint on the smell of soap. I had to get that in now, I'm so sorry. So you sort of took that concept and expanded on it?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, Weekend Offender is actually a clothing line.
Oh,
and
right,
I saw the name of it and liked it, so I thought I'd write a song about it.
Brilliant.
Like my interpretation of it.
Okay. And who does your songwriting for the Lightscopes? Am I nicking all your questions?
You are.
I am. I'm going to pass you over to Andy in a minute because I'm nicking all these questions.
I'm not going to bother now. I'm going to go and put my feet up and watch the telly.
Yeah, there we go. He's going to watch the telly now. Sorry, Andy. Okay, I'll hand over to Andy. You've got a question about songwriting, I believe. Over to you, Andy.
Well, I was just going to say then, actually, Scott, you actually answered my question because obviously you do the songwriting then.
Well, it's me and our singer, Tom, but he's known as Macca, but yeah, me and him write it. Like, I write all the music and stuff, and then he does the lyrics.
Yeah. So where did you actually get the inspiration for Weekend Offender?
A lot of that was just through like my own life experience, really.
Yeah.
Just like a normal day job, you know, nobody likes their work, do they?
No, not really.
Not that I know of, anyway.
We like this sort of work, don't we, Andy?
I love this job. I love this part of the job. Yeah,
don't get paid, though.
No, it's not about money. It's about enjoying the environment.
Yeah.
So, what is it you do for a living then, Tom? Tom? Sorry,
who's Tom?
Scott, I was thinking of Macca then.
Should we start again?
Yeah, Scott, what is it you do for a living then?
I work in aerospace.
Aerospace?
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do elaborate.
Yes, tell us more.
Basically, I test parts for defects, like for planes, helicopters, things like that.
Oh, wow, okay.
That is actually
I wasn't expecting that.
No, I wasn't expecting that. Wow, look at you go!
I know, trust me, it sounds glamorous, it's not.
So what got you into music?
Hang on, he's on a conveyor belt testing nuts, isn't he? That's what it is. Oh my goodness me, that is fantastic, that is. What a chat line that could be.
Almost a pilot.
Oh, he's scared of heights. No, that is fantastic. Well done.
Oh, cheers.
So, Scott, what got you into music?
Well, I'd say like a big turning point was like my uncle is a big mod himself, and he basically switched me onto all that kind of music. Bought my first guitar, and I just went from there really.
Does he play?
Well, he attempts to, yeah.
So you get to jam together?
We've tried, yeah. I mean, it's a bit difficult because he's not that great, but.
So, how did you meet Ryan and Tom then?
Aaron, you mean? Sorry,
Aaron.
Oh my goodness!
My name's all out the window today.
They are, aren't they? I think you should start drinking that beer I gave you.
Basically, Tom, I met through a website. We just put an ad up looking for a new singer, and he replied to it, and we had him down for a couple of sessions to see, you know, if he was any good and that, and it all just seemed to click. So we got him along.
So that's Tom McCarthy, is it?
Yeah, that's Tom McCarthy.
Okay,
yeah.
we'll use the whole names here because then, because there's probably a couple of Toms out there, you never know. So obviously we can name and shame them. So Tom McCarthy's lead vocals.
Yep.
Okay, and then we've got Aaron.
And then Aaron Palmer.
Yep.
Yeah, brought him in on drums after our drummer left. He
Okay.
just decided he'd had enough basically, which is fair enough.
And I've noticed on here as well, just to cut in again, sorry Scott, and I've noticed here he does some backing vocals. Now, I've seen quite a lot of drummers recently get the microphone, because at one stage, you never heard of a drummer singing, unless obviously their name was Keith Moon, but then Keith Moon was Keith Moon, really, to be fair. But a lot of drummers didn't really sing. I mean, Paul, on about now, Phil Collins was probably one of the most famous singer and drummers that used to do it. So Aaron does some backing vocals, does he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I mean, there is definitely a reason drummers shouldn't sing.
Ah! Tell me more. I don't know what you're talking about, honestly.
No, I'm only kidding.
Oh, we love Aaron, honestly. We do love him.
Yeah, no, he does do a lot of backing. And on our debut single, he's doing all the backing for that.
Excellent. Lovely. And then who else is in the band then? We've got, is it Dean?
Yeah, Dean Sells has just joined us.
Okay, and what does Dean do?
He's our new bass player.
Fantastic. Okay, now I'm going to ask you a question here, and you don't have to answer it, but you know where I'm going with this, Andy, because I've got to think about bass players. Now, I think they are rather intelligent. I think they hold a band together, obviously along with the the drummer. But are bass players miserable sods? Is Dean a miserable sod? Come on, tell me.
Oh, no, he's not. He actually goes against the grain there.
You know what I'm on about, though, don't you, now? Now you're thinking about it. How many bands have you seen where you've watched a bass player and you think, he's a good bass player, but he's really just stood there, he's just really miserable looking? It's true, isn't it? They are! They really, really are! There we go. So we're going to have a campaign at Target Radio. We're going to try and lift all the spirits of all the bass players and get them to do some sort of bass solo and dance around on the stage. That'd be great, wouldn't it, Andy?
That'd be exciting.
Or maybe just a selfie of him smiling might make a change as well.
Oh, that is brilliant. Thank you for that. And apparently Dean does some backing vocals as well.
He does, yeah.
Along with your good self, and you're also on the backing vocals. And are you lead guitar?
I play lead and rhythm.
Okay,
We
lovely.
haven't got two guitar players.
Okay, so what is that, one guitar and you can play both on it, or do you swap your guitars over, or what?
No, yeah, just do both on
Okay.
one guitar.
Look at him go, eh?
Yeah,
Eh?
yeah.
Wow. Back to you, Andy.
So, tell us about basically what have you done this year?
Oh, this year's actually been probably one of our busiest years. Obviously, at the start of the year, we got basically Dean started to come in from now. We played up in London, our first ever London gig this year, which was huge for all of us. Really enjoyed that one. And yeah, we've just been hitting it really, going out trying to play as many venues as we can and just having a good time and all the things that a band should be doing really.
Absolutely brilliant. And what gigs have you got coming up to Christmas?
Well, at the moment, we stopped gigging for this year.
Okay.
Because we've taken the rest of the year off to get some new tunes together and see where we're going to go from there sort of thing. But we've got gigs ready for next year that we've got coming up, so it's still happening. If you're not,
You've got gigs planned for next year, have you?
We have, yeah.
Well, I know where they are as well, because I've just got their gigs coming up. But
I know, I certainly know of one, but give us an idea on where you're playing next year then, Scott.
leave the 21st out for a second.
Right, okay. Well, the 14th of March, we're playing a March and Mods event in Brentwood.
Oh, fantastic. That's really nice to hear that you're doing a March of the Mods, because I think all bands should at least, bands and artists, they should do at least one March of the Mods, I think, because you're putting something back into the system, but most importantly, you're helping others that can't help themselves, really.
You're getting noticed. And,
exactly, yeah.
And obviously the March of the Mods you're doing in Brentford, that's for Brian Gosling.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's it. The Essex Arms in Brentwood, is that right?
That's the one.
There we go, see? So you're doing one March of the Mods. That is fantastic. I think they need to... Yeah, give me one of them. There we go. That is absolutely fantastic. And any other gigs? I mean, obviously, you're doing your March of the Mods, so that's done. Tick that box. That is brilliant. So what other gigs are you doing next year, then? Like on the 21st of March?
On the 21st of March, I'm actually playing another March and a Mods event.
Well, how greedy are you?
Are you really?
Hang on, Andy.
According to you, I'm, yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic, and we thank you very much for giving up your time, and obviously you and the rest of the band for coming down to do the March of the Mods at the Guildford, because Guildford is the place to be, really. Come on, let's be honest. But they're all good. They're all good.
Absolutely. Everyone.
But Guildford's going to be the best, because you guys are going to be there along with some really, really great names as well. So, you know, you're going to make your mark there, and you definitely will get, I reckon they'll get future work from that as well. Because that's what it's about. You know, you've got to get yourself out there. People have got to see what you do. It's all well and good me playing the music here. Obviously, it gets you noticed. But people need to go out and see you guys play. And obviously, you know, that is, you know, it's like a little platform for you to play live. And, you know, I think, yeah, give another big round of applause to that. Because 2 March of the Mods, come on, that is fantastic, really, to be fair.
That's happy days.
Absolutely. And we might even buy you a cup of tea. How about that? But what we are aiming to do, what we're going to try and aim to do, is record the whole event for Target Radio. We're going to try and play it live as it's played out. So people that can't make it, they can obviously hear that, and they'll be up and down the country as well as the rest of the world. So no pressure. But we're also going to we're going to try and record it as well, or at least record the artists playing the songs, and then we'll have live versions of your music, and then we can play them out onto the platform as well. So that will be fantastic from Target Radio's point of view. And when I get around to doing it, I will send those live recordings over to you, as well as all the other bands and artists as well. Yeah, well, I don't do a lot, do I, really?
No.
No. You know how long it takes in the recording studio? Yes. Why do I give myself so much bloody work? But that is fantastic. And, you know, when you played live for the first time then, when was that? Was that in London this year, did you say? Is he still there? Have we lost him?
Hello, Scott.
Scott, where are you? Oh, no. I think we've lost Scott. Where's he gone? Yeah, we've lost him.
Oh, no.
Okay, we're going to try and ring Scott back right now. For some reason, I think he legged it. I think he got frightened. Let's try again and see if we can get hold of Scott. We're going to ring him back now. That's weird. We've never had that before.
No.
Oh, my goodness me. Right, here we are.
It's ringing.
Yeah, I know it's ringing. And hopefully we've got Scott back on the phone now. Hi, Scott. No. Where is he? Hello, Scott. Are you there?
Is there anybody out there?
Is there anybody out there? No. We're going to play a song, and then we'll try and get Scott back on the phone. Okay, let's try this one then, okay? So sorry about that. With me now, we've got Andy Topp-Walker, who's helping with the March of the Mods, which is Saturday the 21st of March, 2020, so that's next year. Kick-starting off at 1 o'clock all the way through till 1 a.m. Andy, 12 hours, mate. That's a long time.
12 hours of wonderful music.
It's going to be wonderful music. So, who's appearing on March of the Mods 2020 at the Holroyd Arms? That's in Guildford.
It's in Guildford, and I'm pleased to announce that from the Chords UK, we actually have Chris Pope.
Wow.
And he's going to be doing an acoustic set for us.
Okay, that sounds good.
We also have The Aim, The Spirals, The Sonics.
Who else we got?
Then we've got The Modern Apes. And then we're followed by, it's great to announce that the Trojan Beats are actually going to be there as well. We also have the 48Ks there.
Now, that is a great band.
Absolutely. So looking forward to hearing them.
Fantastic.
Them. A new up-and-coming young band called the Lightscopes.
And anything else?
And then we're having a bit of a Q&A session going
Question
on.
and answers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. With modzines.
Ah, now, is that something to do with one Eddie Pillar?
I believe it is.
Wow. Now, we're going to be asking questions to Eddie?
No, I believe he's going to be asking the questions to some very special guests.
Oh, the great Eddie Pillar live on the stage area of March of the Mods 2020, and that's on the 21st of March at the Holroyd Arms. Target Radio, we're going to be recording the whole event live. Brilliant. And how do we get tickets, please?
You can, if you go onto Mods and More, that we've got an advert going up there. Just click on the link and that takes you directly into the tickets.
Brilliant.
You can also do the same, obviously, here on Target Radio. Click onto the link, take you directly into the tickets, and then also on most of the great Facebook pages that are out there that have actually offered to promote this great cause.
That is fantastic, brilliant stuff. And how much does the tickets cost?
The tickets are £10 in advance, and if you're lucky enough to turn up on the day, and there are still availability,
Yep.
it's £15 on the door.
Brilliant. Excellent. Right, okay, so that's March of the Mod, Saturday the 21st of March 2020. Kick starts at 1 p.m. Don't be late.
Don't be late.
Okay, and you're going to look great. Bring a change of clothes because we're going to get hot and sweaty in there. Going right the way through till 1 o'clock in the morning. Do you think you can do 12 hours? All this lovely modern technology, mobile phones and Bluetooth and everything else, would have been better off with 2 baked bean cans and a lump of string, to be fair. Scott, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
He's still there. Hooray! Excellent. Oh, for goodness. What is it like? And you sound so much clearer now, which is so much better, so we can hear you just that little bit better. Brilliant. Now, Scott, before we carry on with our interview, and hopefully, fingers crossed that the lines don't go dead, we play a game every week, okay, of all of our artists. Now, all you got to shout out, please, Scott, is your name. So, we're going to play a TV theme. If you think you know it, shout out your name. So, let's have a little practice, okay? So, I'm playing the TV theme. You shout out.
Scott.
There we go. Great. Bit quicker next time. And you're going to go up against Andy, who was, up until last week, our resident champion of TV themes. Because, obviously, Andy has no life, okay?
No life.
He just watches UK Gold. He probably does, actually.
I do, actually,
Yeah, no,
yes.
I thought you might. So I'm going to try and find some, shall we say, not so much old shows, but I'm going to try and find some topical shows and shows that you may have heard of before. So if you do know the song, shout out your name as quickly as possible. So we're going to pause that, and this is probably where it all goes now, a bit Pete Tong. Here we go. Ready? Steady, go.
Andy.
Oh, go on, Andy.
He used to scare the life out of me. Doctor Who.
You just scared the life out of me? Okay, come on, Scott, you've got to do better than that. Okay, so that's 1-0 to Andy there, for goodness sake. Okay, let's try a different one then. Okay, we're going to try this one. Do you know this one?
What?
Come on, Scott. I'm going to give you a couple of clues here because Andy can't hear me. Well, he can, but he's going to make out he can't hear me. Based in Ireland. And it's a shortened name for a bear. So, what is a bear called? It's called a something bear?
Honey?
No. Something bear, not Rupert the Bear. No. That was Father Ted. Oh, for goodness sake. You never watched Father Ted?
No.
Oh, for goodness sake.
No.
Okay, we've got to do another one then. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's bring the inner child of you two out. Okay, here we go. Scott, yes. What was that, Scott? Did you say Fireman Sam?
Oh, was it?
Did you say Fireman
Yeah,
Sam?
yeah.
Oh, well done, Scott. That's 1-1.
Are you sure? You've turned off my mic.
I had not turned off your microphone at all. Okay, now this one.
I've never heard that version before.
Well, it's my version. Oh, my goodness me. Right, now this one, you've got to be quite clever to watch this, okay? So you might stand a chance here, Scott. Right, okay.
Andy.
Go on.
Mastermind.
It is Mastermind. The big fat, famous black chair. Do you know they sold that to Magnus Magnusson, who was the original host of Mastermind, and they didn't sell it in the end. They gave it to him as a passing gift before he died.
Oh, bless.
I know. Anyway, a little bit of rubbishy trivia there. Scott, you got one of them out there, well, with a little bit of help from me. Never mind. Okay, back to you, Andy. I'm sure you've got some better questions than what I've just done with the TV trivia quiz. But you've regained your crown back a little bit. But you've got to get it back from Darren J. Connick before Christmas. Yes, I know. Okay, over to you, Andy. I know you've got some more questions.
I have. Scott, obviously, you know of a good friend of ours too, Mr. Rob Jones. Tell us how you met Rob.
Well, when we was looking to record the band's first single, basically I was looking around at different studios and stuff, and I've got a friend called Sean Murr who's like a solo musician.
Yeah.
And he basically does all his stuff with Rob, and obviously being big Missing Andy fans anyway.
Yeah.
Found out about where he was located and stuff, and it turns out he's only 15 minutes away from where we all live anyway. So yeah, we carted off down there and decided to cut the first single, and he did such a good job on it that we just keep going back now.
No, fair play. And I've got a bit of an idea in the pipeline anyway that I've spoken with Rob about. And maybe we could get you involved, but I've just got to sort out a few more details, and I'll let you know further about it.
Oh, brilliant, yeah.
Good man.
He hasn't even told me about that.
No.
Just turn your mic around a little bit, Andy, because obviously you're a bit muffly there. That's better, you know. You're on the side of the microphone now, for goodness sake. That's it, that's right. So hello. That's much better. We can hear you now.
Excellent.
So let's go back to March of the Mods then. Obviously, you're coming down to Guildford and you're going to be playing a set there. Now, obviously, the two songs that we've got of yours, obviously the recorded songs, is obviously a very, that is just what we've got recorded. Obviously, you've got quite a bit in your repertoire at the moment on your stage sets and things like that. But do you do any covers?
No, we don't as such, to be honest with you.
No,
we
that's
just
good.
want to
That's
try and
good.
get our music out there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. And what's your inspiration behind your songs? What sort of drives you to write your songs, and what gives you that, that oomph, to do it?
It's all different things, really.
Yeah.
Mainly, whatever I'm going through at the time seems to inspire something, or
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
whatever my friends seem to be struggling with. I kind of use them and myself and just write from that.
Indeed. Now, I often ask this question of most of the bands and artists that we speak to here on Target Radio, and the one question I'd like to ask you is, when you're thinking about a song or writing a song and you're getting this song down on paper or on iPads or however you write them down now, what mood generally are you in when you're at your best? Is it you're a happy mood or a sad mood or a depressed mood or, a peed off mood, whatever the case may be? What mood do you feel the best song comes from you? So, happy, sad, what?
No, definitely angry.
Angry?
I think that seems to get the aggression out, and then, you usually get quite a good song out of that.
Yeah. Well, Paul Weller done all right with the first 3 or 4 albums of The Jam, didn't he? He was known as the Angry Young Man, and he done well with that, so don't know whatever happened to him, really, but I think he grew up. But no, that is fantastic. Anger. I've never heard anger before, but obviously with Paul Weller, so you're going places. And another question I'd like to ask you as well, when you are putting your sort of like your pen to paper and everything, are you a notepad man, or do you just sing it into your iPhone or whatever it is now?
No, yeah, pen and paper, we do it.
The old school way. And you get these, sort of like these songs at 3 o'clock in the morning, or do you get them at a normal time?
Yeah, no, it's never. I've never had a song come to me like 4 in the morning or anything.
No,
nothing like that. It's always. I don't know. They do come unexpected though.
Yeah.
When you're not really. If you're just mess about on the guitar and something will come out. That's usually how most of it happens.
Because obviously I'm not a singer. Obviously, I'm not a songwriter. And where do you start, really? I mean, it always fascinates me from my perspective. And when I hear a great song, and there's a lot of great songs out there, you think, where did they get that idea from? Or how did they get started? So for me, this question to you is it music first, then lyrics? Or is it lyrics and then you put a sort of a tune to it? Or is it a bit of mix and match?
I always write music first.
Okay.
And the lyrics sort of come after.
Right, okay. Okie dokie. And are your songs based on sort of like true life events, or is there a little bit of, again, mix and match, some fiction in there, or some facts, or, again,
Yeah, I mean, the ones I write are all real personal things I've been through, or, as I said, mates have.
Yeah.
But I know our singer, when he writes some fictional stuff.
Yeah.
So, we kind of mix it up a bit.
I think there's a good balance, though, as well, on reflection. I mean, obviously you can get these concept albums that can be really quite dark and deep and mysterious, and it loses the listener, I think, sometimes. And then some of them are really, really good. So, again, it's trying to find that healthy balance, especially on these concept albums and stuff like that. And are you guys looking at writing an album?
No, we're going to we're looking at doing an EP next year.
Good lad. That's a great question. That's a great answer to a great question. I've got to put myself in there. The reason being is I ask that question a lot again, and especially with bands that are just starting out, you know, they go, "Oh, I've got to get an album out." No, get an EP first, which is like half an album, isn't it, really, to test the waters and see how it goes. So, no, that is a great answer. EP is the way forward, I think, to start with. You know, 4 or 5 songs on an EP, which is so much better, I think. And it takes the pressure off you guys as well.
Well, that's it. That's why we did the 2 singles to start with and didn't go and rush and put anything out there, because you might give it to people and they might not enjoy it, or like we didn't know. You just have to take a gamble, don't you, really?
Well, of course, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the only way to really fathom it out is to watch the crowds, and that means you go out there and gig these tunes, you know, go out there and give it your all. And I'm sure you do that every single time you gig. And I'm not being sort of like silly here, but oh my goodness me, you do gig a lot. I mean, I've just had a look at your gig pages from September, October. There's loads here. Obviously, you're quite local in most of these: Southend-on-Sea, Chelmsford, Basildon, Brentwood. Obviously, you're staying sort of fairly local, and then you've obviously dipped your toes into London there as well. You've done a bit of Margate as well. Come on, get in. That is brilliant. And then obviously you're coming over to us in, stepping outside your comfort zone maybe, and coming over to Guildford. Wow.
Yeah. No, we're looking forward to that one. That should be good. So
are we.
Yeah, I know the whole band are pumped for that. So.
We are really looking forward to seeing you guys. We're looking forward to seeing all the guys that are coming now, you know, and girls.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good girls in there as well. Okay, back to you, Andy.
Okay, well, sticking on the lines of sort of songwriting, etc. There's some great songs out there, and I know you're a big Oasis fan, Noel Gallagher fan, Liam Gallagher fan. One of their songs, if you had written it, which one would it be?
Oh, great song. Oh, great song. Great question.
Do you know, I think it's not a really popular one, but probably Little by Little I'd have liked to have written.
Yeah.
Just because I like everything that song's about. I like the way the guitars are in it, and just the lyrics I think are perfect in that. That's probably that song.
Is there anything musically that you would change in it?
I'd probably put me on lead guitar.
Okay. Fair play.
Yeah, get rid of Noel and Liam, basically. That's what you're trying to say, yeah. That's it. Get the royalties on that one. Hey, you'll be made there. You'll be made. Have you got another one?
I've got one. I do come out with these peculiar questions at times.
You're going to go on a desert island in a minute, trust me.
No, you're going out for a meal now.
Oh, for goodness sake, here he goes.
You're going out for a meal with 2 artists, dead or alive. Who would those artists be, and where would you go to eat?
Just don't say pizza. Don't say Pizza Express, please, because I will fall on the floor laughing. Okay.
No, I think for a restaurant, I'd pick Burger King, because you want a nice hearty meal, don't you?
You just want that crown.
I'll get it going.
You want the crown, don't you? Oh dear. Carry on. Sorry.
And I think I'd probably go there with. Definitely John Lennon, I think.
John
would
Lennon.
be one of them.
John Lennon and a burger.
And
be a veggie burger then.
Well, they do fish.
Okay, fish.
Ah, see.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to take Yoko, though.
Okay, so we've got John Lennon and Burger King.
Yep, and I'd probably take Jimmy Percy from Sham 69.
Oh, it's a curveball there.
Yeah, I like that though. That is fantastic. So that you've got you've got a really sort of like both ends of the spectrum there, really, haven't you?
Absolutely brilliant choices.
That is great. Wow. And why? Come on, why? Why would you take those 2 then? Come on, there must be some reasons behind them.
Well, John Lennon's one of the greatest songwriters ever, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'd want to sort of ask him some stuff about that and just what made him tick, really.
Yeah.
Before you move on from that, then Scott, what would you like to ask John Lennon?
How'd you do it?
I don't think he's going to tell you.
Just round it up in one question. Okay, and your next?
Probably Jimmy. I'd probably ask him just where does he get all that energy from? Even like when he's just standing still, he's just like emitting energy the whole time, and it's so powerful. I'd love to know how to do that.
Yeah.
I think it was headache tablets. I think you had a headache every night, honestly. No, I'm not saying a word. I'm saying no more about that. Oh, that's a good question, actually. It turned into a very good question, because I do take the mickey out of these questions sometimes. If you're stranded on a desert island and you only have to take one thing off the ship, what would it be? It comes out with these silly things, and I'll tell you what, I really muck about and say, really weird and wonderful, but they really turn into really good answers, and that is, it amazes me that, you get them, but you do. Yeah. That is great. John Lennon, come on. I agree with you, Scott. He was, if not one of the best songwriters out there. Him and Lennon and McCartney. Yeah. That's it. I know there's a man listening right now, Mike Thompson. Okay, he would not disagree with you at all. And if he did, he will come around and beat you up. Oh, fantastic. Now, I've noticed you've got quite a few videos on your page here, on Lightscopes, on the Facebook there. Are they all yours?
Yeah, they're not. They're just like live videos, really.
No, that's
fine. People have shot and sent to us.
That's brilliant. That's great that people can do that for you and everything. And it just gives a little insight to you guys playing as well, because I've listened to a couple of them, watched a couple of them and everything. And, you were talking about where all this energy comes from, but you guys seem to have a lot of energy yourselves. Perhaps you've all
quite a few people said that to us.
Yeah, perhaps you've got a headache as well when you're doing it. Oh, no, I'm only kidding. But no, they're really good. They're high energy. You can see the enthusiasm and the pleasure of playing as well. You can see that.
The fun and the expression.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant, and some of the, like I said, videos on here, I mean, all right, a bit shaky in places, but that's not your fault. But the music is coming through. You're enjoying what you're doing, and that is fantastic. And, come on. Oh, actually, you're going to get another one of these. Yeah, let's do this. There we go. Much better. There we go. We had the crowd. You can go now. That's it. They've gone now. Yeah. Right. Okie dokie. Right. Back to you, Andy. Have you got another one?
No, you tied me up there.
No, come on. You've got to have another question there. Surely.
Okay. One more question for you then.
Okay.
If you're going out to buy yourself an album tomorrow, which one would it be?
One that I've already owned, or brand new, or?
Brand new.
Ooh, probably. I'm quite liking Sam Fender at the moment.
Okay.
So I'll probably go and get his album, I think.
So
I'm liking what he's doing. It's got that kind of like Bruce Springsteen thing going on. I quite like that.
Yeah.
No,
definitely.
Good answer.
Absolutely. Right, I've got a couple of, not tricky questions at all, but it's all going back to your past and everything. What made you, I mean, obviously we spoke about the guitar, and obviously it was your uncle that gave you the guitar, yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to sort of like, pick it up and start sort of, mucking about with it? And then, did you go for lessons, or were you self-taught with the guitar?
I had a few lessons,
yeah,
but it didn't really work out, because it was trying to teach me like blues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And back when I was like 18 when I started playing, all you want to do is turn up and go crazy. So it wasn't really, I didn't get on very well there.
You just wanted to strum it at 100 miles an hour, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Annoy the neighbours a bit. And,
well, of course. What's the point of having it if you're not going to annoy the neighbours at 3 a.m. in the morning? Excuse me, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. Oh, great, my clock's broken. Thanks for telling me the time. Yes, that one. And obviously, when did you first, feel that you were ready to go out and do this in front of people?
That was quite quick, actually. After I started playing, I've got myself a little band together going.
Okay.
My little hometown. And, we kind of, I'd say it's probably within the first year we had a gig anyway.
Wow. So you must have been on that guitar pretty much on a daily basis then?
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. It wasn't good. It was terrible, but, we did a gig.
Oh, I love the honest answers because they are the best answers because they come from the heart. That is brilliant. come and see him play. It's absolutely terrible, but come and see him anyway. Oh, dear.
Scott, what was your first gig then?
It was just at a little youth club we played.
Uh-huh.
It was all everyone there was about 14 years old at the time.
Yeah.
So it was quite strange anyway, yeah. But we had a good time. We played an encore.
Excellent.
That is good. If they want you back for another, oh come on, that is brilliant. Now just go back to
No,
the
they
jam
weren't
again.
shooting.
Well, just go back to the jam. Obviously, let's go back to one of your influences, which was the jam. They started off playing these little youth clubs as well. That's actually a fact.
Yeah.
Until they knocked it down just a few years ago. But they played, their youth club, in front of, a couple of kids. Literally, just a small handful of children, kids, and they just left school. Yeah. So, that's how the jam started, and obviously the Who started a similar way as well, All these bands that we know and love today all started off exactly the same way as you guys started. So, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Don't mend something that ain't broken, that's what I say. So, obviously we've spoken about your gigs and everything. So, obviously your EP's coming out hopefully next year as well, but what else? We've got any other surprises up your sleeves?
I've got a couple, actually, for next year.
Oh, come on, pray tell us now. We're going to dig now. Okay, ready, Andy? Hold him down. Right, so you got a couple. Can you at least give us one?
I can tell you one.
Yeah, go on, tell us one then. Exclusive here at Target Radio.
Well, I formed another band this year as well that's working alongside Lightscopes.
Okay.
But this is a little bit different because we've got a female front person for it.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, because I've been writing all these songs and they're not really Lightscope songs as such.
Okay.
They're like more or less a different style.
What sort of style are you looking at there, then?
It's mainly a lot softer than what Lightscopes do.
Right.
I mean, Lightscopes is very sort of in your face and a bit angsty type thing. But,
the anger about it, yeah.
Yeah, but this is a lot more chilled out. It's like we're exploring influences that perhaps people wouldn't expect me to have, or we're just trying something new.
All right, okay. And you feel like a female might be able to portray the words better than yourself, or obviously, anybody else in the band. So maybe a female could do that better. Do you feel?
Yeah, we've got her. Her name's Ginny. We brought her in.
Well, hello to her.
Yeah, she's listening.
Give her a name. Go on, give her a name check and boost her confidence. Come on, what is her full name?
Ginny May Wilson is her full name.
Hey, hello.
Good evening.
She's waving. She's waving. There she goes.
Yeah, we're just going for that, and because a lot of the influences we're having at the moment seem to be female-fronted as well. So I've ended up subconsciously sort of writing like that a little bit. So that's why we thought we'd give this band a go. And,
excellent.
It's going really well.
Fantastic. That is. Do you know why you've done that? I reckon he just wants another one of these. That's great. I'm going to wear this one out, I can tell you now. Oh, that is brilliant. Okay, so a couple of more silly questions, and then we'll let you go for the rest of your evening. But we want to ask you now, what do you do in your household for Christmas?
Well, the standard things: get up, sit around in pyjamas, crack a beer open at 11, and that's it really, and then go and see the family a bit later. That
is a brilliant answer. We asked Darren J. Connitt this question last week. And how many Christmas trees does he have?
Too many.
2 minutes. 4 or 5 in his house. What's that all about? I take it you have the one Christmas tree in your house.
Yeah, just the one. Yeah.
Just the one, yeah. I mean, mind you, we've got 3. But we got 2 from a Santa's Grotto, real ones, and we planted them outside our front door. Come on. So we probably will dress those up as well. We've got some conifers that we dress up as well. Oh, for goodness, I'm as bad as Darren J. Connitt now. And New Year's Eve. Are you out? Are you gigging? Are you going to do something with the band? Or are you just going to go out and party or sit at home in your pyjamas? What do you do?
I'll be honest with you, I'll probably just be watching Jules Holland and then go to bed. I'm not really one for New Year's anymore.
Oh, right. Now, that has surprised me a little bit because, obviously, you sound very much like a party person. You know, life and soul of everything. That has really surprised me, actually.
I like a quiet night.
No, I'm not really into all that anymore.
No, I mean, obviously, I DJ out and gig out on that night. I make sure I'm out every single New Year's Eve. I love New Year's Eve. I love watching them sing all the wrong words to the, the Old Lang Syne. That's fantastic. I like them all falling over, blind drunk. That is even better. I video it and then put it up on YouTube. It's great. No, I don't really do that. But, from my perspective, that is a great evening out, and you can charge double, which is even better. It's either that or sit at home and have a row with a wife, which I've only done once, and she won. Well, Scott, okay, before we let you go, okay, please tell us how we can obviously find you on social media, on obviously all the platforms and stuff, and, are you selling your songs, or are you giving them away at the moment, or what? What are you doing?
Yeah, right, so if you want to find us, we're on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at the moment. For them, just type in at the Lightscopes and you'll find us on there. For all the music, we're on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, all the usual platforms if you want to download the tracks. If you want physical copies of them, we actually are selling them. If you just contact the band page through Facebook or any of them, and we'll arrange to get them sent out to you.
Oh, that is
We've got
fantastic.
other merch and sell T-shirts and all things like that.
That is brilliant. Excellent, lovely. And there's one more little job that you have to do tonight, okay? And I do this with every single artist that we have on here. Now, Andy's going to explain what we are going to ask you to do, okay? So, are you ready, Andy?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, you know what we asked him to do?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, after you then.
Okay, Scott, we are going to ask you to announce in your best radio DJ voice your other single that we haven't played this evening, which is In My Head.
Okay.
So we'll leave that to you, and you take care, fella, and we'll speak to you very, very soon.
Hang on. There he is. Oh, I forgot to ask you, by the way, Scott Forsyth, okay, are you related by any means to another Forsyth?
I am, yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah, he was my great-granddad.
No way.
No, I'm having you on.
That's all right. Do you know now? Do you know now? That's it. You're going to get one. That's what you're going to get, one of those. Right, okay.
Scott, you should have seen Sean's face. He was gobsmacked. He thought he was going to be funny.
Well, do you know something? I actually met Bruce Forsyth many, many years ago along the King's Road. Okay, and you know he was always on a generation game. Just quickly, I'm digressing here, just quickly, but he's always a bit. Oh, all right, my love, blah 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 blah. He's like that in real life. He was like that in real life. He gaggled and blundered his way through life, I think. But what a really decent gentleman he was, and his wife at the time, which was Miss World, okay, went into a candle shop. And he was outside, and I was delivering down the King's Road at the time. I weren't walking down the King's Road, I was driving down the King's Road. And I actually met him, and I said, oh, well, hello, Mr. Forsyth. And he goes, oh, just call me Bruce. And that's what he's like. Absolutely nice gentleman, and definitely missed. He was one of the last major entertainers. I loved him, all the Christmas shows and all of that. So that's what I had to ask. Sorry about that. Right, anyway, we digress. I want you to introduce your record, please. And thank you very much indeed, Scott, and have a great Christmas, buddy.
Yeah, Andrew, thanks very much.
There we go. Woo! We'll do it manually over here now. Okay, it's over to you now, my friend.
And now, live on Target Radio.
He's good.
There we go.
In My Head.
Hey, there we
Excellent.
go.
Well done,
You
Scott.
take care, my friend, and I'll see you soon.
Cheers, Andrew.
Cheers,
Thanks,
then.
bye.
Thank
there
you.
he is. He's gone. He's gone now. Okay, so we've got to play this song now, Andy.
We have.
This is the Lightscopes. Got to tell you, that is absolutely marvellous, isn't it?
Another great tune.
It is. That's In My Head. And, of course, that's the Lightscopes. And thank you very much indeed to Scott Forsyth who's got nothing to do with Bruce Forsyth. Git. I almost... Well, I did, actually. I fell for that. Okay, we've got a special request coming up very soon, if it plays. Before that, though, have you tried a little tenderness lately? That is absolutely brilliant. And I'd just like to say thank you indeed to Andy Lewis for remixing that in his studio as well. Brilliant track. Love it. Okay, I'm going to play that again next week. Okay, on next week's show, we should have none other than...
Sorry, Andrew Devey.
They are live in the studio, so we will be
here.
doing some Facebook live and showing Andy in all of his glory. He'd be fully clothed, but he'll have his guitar with him, okay? And believe you and me, that's it. We've got no more time left tonight. I would just like to say thank you very much to Scott Forsyth from a brilliant, brilliant band.
Yeah, thank you very much, Scott.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Enjoyed your company this evening, and we'll do it all again next week from 7 o'clock. Thanks very much. Stay tuned. We've got Angie Dorin all the way over from the States there, from sunny California, and it is sunny over there, but unfortunately it's also a little bit smoky because they've still got their bonfires going. Anyway, take care, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye, Andy.
Bye-bye, Andy.